Hi, Haley. I'm here with my daughter, and we are doing an exercise based off of the needs wheel. So we're going to be drawing a circle really soon. Really nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's going well. So basically this wheel that we're doing is an exercise that we do to find out how we're doing in getting all of our needs met. So there are 10 needs, and so what we've done is drawn a circle and then a line right down the middle to help break up our circle into 10 slices, okay? So to do this exercise, you want a circle with 10 slices, and I'm going to show you what Carly just drew. It's gorgeous.
It's not even.
Yeah, so there's room here now to write a word at the top.
There's room for improvement.
Oh, there's Carly. That's my beautiful daughter.
Oh.
So there's a room for a number from 1 to 5. And so we're just going to go really quickly through the wheel. And you can follow along and write it down, or you can also just think about it. Just give food for thought, right? Okay, so at the top of this wheel, we are going to have the word transcendence. So transcendence is stepping into your higher purpose, right? It's your meaning for your life, your spiritual connection. So on a scale of 1 to 5, we're going to rate transcendence. Okay, I feel like I've got like a 4. All right, to the right of transcendence, we're going to talk about rest. So we have the recovery period for whatever it is that we're doing in our life, right? So whether it's working out, whether it's working at a job, you need to recover, you need to rest.
And the recovery is just as important as the work.
Yes, right. So how are you doing with your rest? Are you feeling that you're getting adequate time to rest? Or maybe you need a little bit more. So scale of 1 to 5, 1 being no time to rest, 5 being just as much time to deal with something before the next thing comes along. All right, so our next word is empathy. And if you're just kind of joining in, we're just rating our needs right now, basically. And we can do it in a fancy little circle, or we could do it just, seeing what's going on. Okay, so what was I at? Empathy. Empathy is your ability to step outside of yourself and see things from a different point of view, no matter what your own personal beliefs are. And so if you have a strong degree of empathy, you are able to, even then when you're feeling triggered and you're feeling really emotional about something, you're able to put that on the back burner and think about and consider somebody else's feelings and thoughts and ideas. Okay, so we're going to 1 to 5. 1 being like you are really going through some shit and you are not able to be there for others right now and consider that. 5 being you're good, you're able to do that. Okay? So next word is community. So that's your people. I've got some lovely people here. That's your friends, your family. When you are in your community, you're feeling, at a level 5, you're feeling really heard, really valued, respected by the people in your life. At a 1, there's some conflict there's some frustration and that kind of thing. So 1 to 5. All right, we're almost halfway. All right, we have safety next. So safety is that oh shit feeling, right? Are you getting it or are you not? So that could be in the form of, impending doom, like losing your job, getting arrested, or just getting in trouble, taxes, bills. Am I stressing you out yet?
feeling violated too, in any type of way is
right. So anytime someone's coming at you, either you
feel scared, yeah.
Right. So if you're expecting these things to happen and they happen quite frequently, you're going to give that a level 1. And if that's not even on your radar, you would rate that a level 5. Good job. All right. Sustenance is your next word. So sustenance is what you need to live in your physical body. So food, water, air, shelter, and also your degree of health. So if your physical body is healthy, you would have a higher number. And if all of those needs are being met, you would also have a higher number. So higher number is 5. Low number is 1. So just write that number down or just remember it. All right, so we're now, where are we?
Work.
Oh, we're at work.
Work.
So, and this is a place that I like to kind of pause, and if you're doing the actual wheel, you can see that these things go opposite each other, right? So work is opposite rest, right? And then transcendence is opposite sustenance. So sustenance being what you need for your physical body, transcendence is what you need for your spiritual body. Work is you're working at something. And then rest is recovering. You don't want to stay in recovery too long. You don't want to stay in work too long. It's a delicate balance. So from 1 to 5, how is your work feeling? Your work slice going? All right, then we have honesty. Okay, so this is opposite of empathy. So empathy is getting into other people's perspective. Honesty regards talking and speaking your own truth. So there's a balance there of speaking your own truth and being your own authentic self without hurting others, right? But how is that going for you? Are you able to speak your truth and be yourself regardless of what else is going on outside of the world? Great, that's a 5. Little conflict and resistance there, lower numbers. Okay, autonomy, again, is very closely related to that sense of self. But this is like what you do on your own, your self-efficacy. What do you believe in your effectiveness on your own? Or and this is across from community, or do you maybe lean on others? And, sometimes people work better alone or together, but how do you do in your time alone? Is it a time that you spend connecting with yourself? And how is your relationship with yourself? Or, so that'd be a 5. If it's good. If you don't like to be alone, you're on like a little bit lower number there. Okay, so now we have challenge. So that is your ability to take risks, okay? Taking on a challenge that could go either way, right? So you step out of your comfort zone and you risk something. So this is opposite of safety, right? So safety is staying in your comfort zone, and we need that security and that feeling of being able to come in and then out, right? So you don't want to get stuck in your comfort zone. You don't want to spend your entire life out of your comfort zone either. So how willing are you to step outside of your comfort zone? 1 to 5. And that brings us back to the top of the wheel. So we're in transcendence. And the idea of this exercise is to look at the needs that are rating lower and think of maybe just one thing that you could do today. And it doesn't have to be this grand, 2-year plan to get your transcendence number up. But what's one thing that you could do today? I guess if we're talking about transcendence, you could meditate. And that might also help some of the other like your connection to yourself and that kind of thing, the other slices of the needs wheel to be met. And so I did this with my daughter, and we kind of talked about what our things that we were going to work on were. And you can journal these things, and it would be awesome to reach out and let me know if you got all this. If there's any questions, if you just tuned in. Basically what we did was a needs wheel, and you can find this online. You just Google needs wheel psychology or something, and it's like a wheel with these words around the outside, and it'll give you kind of cues as to remind you what each need stands for. So you want to go through all of them, because we have a tendency to really focus on what we're comfortable with, what's going well, and the things that we don't focus on. If they get worse, we can start to act out in different ways, or get depressed, or fall into addictive behaviors, and that's no good. So awareness is kind of the first step, and just kind of going through and tuning in and checking in with yourself on a daily basis can be really super helpful. But thank you guys for joining in. I'm gonna wrap it up. Carly, any last words?
Nope.
All right. Hope to see you guys soon.